Good morning, we're back. It is Monday, Monday the 9th of December. It's been a slow start to the morning. If you've watched last week's Vlogmas, you will have seen me just updating you. Well, I was at the end of the last one, was updating you that we had no heating. The heating came back on for about 10 minutes last night and we thought everything was solved. It then went back off again and wouldn't come back on. So we have spent the night, as I said we were gonna, in one room. I didn't sleep very well. The dogs unfortunately make quite a lot of noise in the night. If you've got dogs, you will be accustomed, I'm sure, to the 3 a.m. lickathon where they just go to town on their paws and make the most disgusting audible licking noises. Lean on there so that's a bit more comfy. Yeah, they just make the most disgusting audible licking noises, and I have mentioned before I think I'm quite a light sleeper, so I didn't sleep great. I feel it this morning. I've just nearly knocked my coffee everywhere, so that was good. It took me a long time to get going this morning. I am logged on for work. I have been and got myself a McDonald's coffee because even the thought of making coffee was a bit much this morning. I'm really tired. I thought I'd come on really quickly and show you my advents for the day because I did open them with no fanfare or anything. I just sat down and opened them. And then my plan this week is to do a bit of a vlog of finishing things. So I thought we'd talk a bit more about what I want to finish this week, what the targets are for this week. So advents for today. This was my wool swap advent, which is stunning. It's actually a bit more greeny yellow than that's coming up with. Sorry. But it's a very, very neon yellow. It's stunning. This is my wool swap one. Where are we? Blue fern is beautiful. I'm loving these colours that blue fern is going into, these sort of reds, and this is like a real cherry purpley red colour. So this is blue fern. I nearly got caught up on my blue fern advent last night. I nearly put all of the new colours in. I didn't quite finish the last one. This is the Ghost of Christmas Past from the Corn of Craft advent. Beautiful. Beautiful. This one's going to be quite a low contrast stripe in my shawl, but it still will be beautiful. And then this is my work knits one. Sorry. Colourway is Dawn in the City, which is really beautiful. Again, as with all of hers actually on this camera, the lighting in here is not picking up this colour. This is a really beautiful, I guess, blush, beigey, pinky brown colour. It's coming up as just a beige on camera, but there is a lot of sort of blush pink colour to that. It's really, really pretty. So those are my advents. Plan for this week, like I said, I want to have a week of finishing things. If you have watched Shai's podcast, I'll link her below. She does, every so often she does vlogs finishing things, and I really love watching them, and I could really do with them this week. So my aim is I want to try and finish my Amelia cardigan. I need to finish my 2 sleeves. That's what I've brought up to work on in breaks from work today, but I need to finish the 2 sleeves, and then I need to do the button bands, which feel really daunting, but actually I think it's ribbing over 9 stitches for the entirety of the button band, so that's not going to take me that long. And then I need to join it all together, so I should be able to do that this week. So that's one thing I want to finish, big thing I want to finish this week. I want to finish my Prato sock, my first Prato sock. I have a sample knit cowl that I've been working on. I don't think I've even shown it on the podcast for Third Vault Yarns. It was a really quick, I cast it on, I did everything I needed to do in about 2 days, and then we couldn't decide on a cast off for it. So it's essentially waiting to be bound off, blocked and sent back, and I want to get that done fairly early this week. I will show that when I work on it. And then what else? Oh, I'd like to, if I can, I'd like to finish my Vinter sock. So that would be starting and trying to finish the next Vinter sock. That might be a bit much. The other thing that I really would like to finish if I can this week is my West Sands, but that isn't going to happen. If I can finish the body on that, that would be good. I'm about halfway through the final colour work stripe on that, and then I need to do a bit more stockinette, and then I need to do the rib, 2.5 inches of rib. So yeah, that's what we want to try and finish this week. I'm going to update, I'll show you in a sec. I have a whiteboard just up here. I think I've mentioned on the podcast, I'm a bit sad. I have my deadlines and things on a whiteboard and my to-do list, and I'm going to pop all those on my to-do list, and we're going to cross things off as we come to them. So I will film that, and yeah, then we'll crack on and try and get some stuff finished. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit, and I need to change some of these. So the deadline for that has passed, so I've done what I needed to do on that. I'm gonna have to mute that when I start talking, Anna. That's very nearly done. And then these probably need updating, to be fair, but this is the bit I wanted to sort. So we're gonna change this. It hasn't been that date for a while, to be fair, and I'm going to have to go and do this because it's moving as I'm trying to erase. So I'm going to have to move. Sorry, got my finger in this frame as well. I'm going to have to go and do this and come back and show you. So we'll add these in. Okay, so what are you doing down there? We have an update. I've done nothing this morning really, knitting wise or anything, because the update is, you see that? That's a boiler that's working. We have heating. Somebody came out and was able to fix it. So we've got heating. I am going to show you in a sec. I realised I made a mistake on my sleeves for my Amelia and I need to rip back. So I've been doing that this morning, but just wanted to pop on and give you an update that I'm feeling inherently better because it's warm in here. It's warming up and it feels so nice. Oh, I could have cried and kissed the guy. I really could. So happy. So I thought I'd just pop in and show you where we're at. I've made no progress on this since this morning. If anything, I've gone back. So you can see there's a difference in my sleeves. I don't know where I've made a mistake, but somewhere on this one I'd made a mistake, and I had on this cable, I had like 3 stitches on one side and 2 on the other. So somewhere I'd forgotten to do a cable, and this what should have been this corner like this wasn't turning on this side. So I had to rip back. I put in a lifeline and I ripped back, and I did that once, and then I realised I hadn't gone far enough, so I had to do it again. So this is where I was this morning, that I'd started knitting on. This side's fine, this is what it should look like, but this is how far I've had to go back. So I'm actually back past the last set of increases on this sleeve, so I need to do another set of increases. I need to work out how many how many rows I need to do before I get to that set of increases. And then I need to knit, I think it was like 2 rows, 3 rows I'd done on this knitting. It was 2 rows I think that I'd done knitting straight before I realised and ripped this one out. So my aim today, I was thinking maybe I could get these done today, or maybe at least get on to the point where I need to do the increases. But my aim today now is just to get this sleeve back to the point of this sleeve and continue working on them, because yeah, I've lost about 1 inch there of knitting. Possibly a little bit more than that. So yeah, I'm going to watch some YouTube. Mima Makes has just popped a video up about Yorkshire Yarn Fest and her experience there. So I'm going to go watch that, drink some tea, eat some shortbread and get knitting on this, and I'll let you know how I get on. Thought I'd do a quick update and show you where we're at. So I actually ended up working on this a little bit. It is getting dark outside already, so apologies about the light and my hair on everything. I ended up doing a little bit of work on this. This is one of the things I want to finish this week. This is my Prato sock or Prato sock. I wanted something simple to work on during a meeting, so I started the heel flap. Little did I realise that there was a lateral braid to do at the top of the heel flap. It looks beautiful, but yeah, it took me a minute to get that done. So now I'm working down the heel flap, and I should be able to progress this quite nicely during meetings. And then I did do some more work on my Amelia cardigan. Let me grab it. So I have done my next set of increases, which is a final set of increases, and I think I am now a couple of rows off being back to where it was. I just started working on the sock because I wanted something that I could work on mindlessly during a meeting. So yeah, I am going to go and pick my other half up from work. It's about 3:15. He's finishing a little bit early today, so I'm going to go and grab him and bring him home to a nice warm house, which will be lovely. And then we're probably going to work some more on this evening. I'm going to prioritise working on this. Oh, no, I'm not. I am going to finish working on my cowl that I mentioned earlier for third weight yarn. So this is it. I brought it upstairs to do it, and I haven't, but I'm going to do it later. So it's on some quite short needles, so it's a little bit hard to show, but it's beautiful. So it's got all these cable details at the front, and then they run up the front of the cowl, and then on the back you've just got some ribbon and some lovely little vents to make it fit nicely. This is in one of her colourways that I don't know the name of actually, but I need to bind this off. I've confirmed with Lola what bind off to use on it, so I'm going to do that tonight. and then I'll get it blocked, and they've asked if I can send this back later in the week, because so there's somebody in to receive it. So I'll get this done today. The colours are beautiful, look at those colours, and this yarn has been stunning to work with. This is her Glow DK base. It's really, really plush and gorgeous. But yeah, I'll get this sent back this week and finished tonight and ready to block, so that'll be something off the finish list. Quick check-in. I got to the length I needed, and as you can possibly just about see, oops, I started decreasing for the raglan. So we've got quite a lot of decreases to do. This size is the same, but you never know, we might actually stand a chance of getting these 2 sleeves done tomorrow, which would be nice. But now it's time for bed, so I will see you in the morning. Sit. Wait. Gentle. He'll now carry that for the rest of the morning. He's very pleased with himself. Not a single thought in that head. Not one single thought. This is the progress of one, was it about half an hour meeting? I had a couple of rows of this and I've done all of this. So I've got another one in a bit, and I'll see, excuse my filthy desk, I'll see what I can get done on that. But for now, it's 11 o'clock. I've been working all morning. I'm going to have a little bit of a break and work on some of my Amelia. This is progress after 2 meetings. I feel like I didn't make much progress there. I feel like I was making more notes. I want to check where I'm at because I feel like it's gone quicker than I thought, and I don't know how many rows I need to actually finish this. So I might check where I'm at. Oh, okay, so I just checked. I should have done this 16 times, so I should have 16 slip stitches. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, so I've only got 3 more rows, and then I'm ready for the heel turn. I have another call this afternoon. I might, let me have a look. What time's my next call? Oh, sorry. Terrible camera work. Terrible vlogger. Where are we? Okay, I've got 20 minutes until my next call. I might see if I can, do we think I can get this finished, heel turn done and picked up? Because then I could just knit on my decreases, couldn't I, on my call? Let's try. Sorry, there's been lots of clips at the desk today. I'm just about to pause for a little bit. It's about 3 o'clock. I'm going to go and do some housework and go to the post office to post those things I was talking about earlier. But I thought I'd show you where we're at. I have picked up and I've started working my decreases, and I love how this lateral braid is continuing down the decreases. I don't know if that's coming up all right on camera. It's just continuing across there and it looks beautiful. I can't remember if I said the yarn that I'm using. This is Plum Crumble from Blue Fern Yarns. It's absolutely beautiful. Really stunning, and I'm loving how it's working up. So yeah, nice progress on these. Happy to be through that. Should be fairly steady going now, so that I can finish the foot. These are going to be for me. So I don't know why I said it for me, like it's different from anybody in my family. Everybody in my family has quite big feet, so it's going to take me a while to get to the length, but I will eventually get to the length, and then we will be finished on the first sock. The test knit will be handed in, and that will be another thing off the finish it list. Let's go do some housework. Okay, that was a bit more stressful than I expected it to be, but it is done. Basically, I needed to check. No, I didn't need to check. I needed to go and post all the documents and stuff back to the DVLA to change my name after getting married. And I'd already had a stress because I thought I'd lost them this morning. I found them, posted them. It's cost me the best part of 20 quid to post them, and then to send a stamped addressed envelope with some sort of tracking on to make sure that I actually get the documents back. But they're gone, and that is a big thing off my mind. So now we're going to go and, like I say, I'll pick my other half up from work. I need a shower this evening. We've got some dogs to walk, so the next clip you see of me is probably going to be again of me working on my Amelia in the evening. Good evening, guys. It's quite late. I think it's about 10:15. As you can tell, I've had a shower. We have clean hair for once. I have been spending the evening just working on my Amelia cardigan, and I think I'm going to stay up a little bit. My other half's just about to go to bed. Me and the dogs are going to stay up, and I'm going to try and get the sleeves finished. I've got about 43 stitches. I need to get down to 21 stitches. But I started at, I think, probably about 68, 67, something like that. So I'm over halfway through the decreases. I don't know if I'm going to get that done tonight, but I'm going to try. Essentially, because you decrease on every other row, it's like 11 decrease rows to get to where I need to get to. 11th of December. I thought I'd do a bit of a check-in before we start with the day properly. It's about 9:10. I've already started working. I've already started doing what I need to do. I thought we'd open some Advents. It's a really grey, bleak day here again today. I didn't sleep very well again. So we have coffee, again, McDonald's coffee. McDonald's coffee is really serviceable and it's not very expensive, so sometimes I just fancy a treat. Anyway, let's open some Advents. So we've got 4 to open today. I've got my swap, my blue fern yarns, a corner of craft, which is Light the Lamp, Not the Rat, and my work knits. So let's open and see. Let me go a bit closer so I can show you. Oh, we've got some breakfast chocolate. I've never tried a double decker. I probably should because it's really good now. And some more little needle stoppers. These are like little pearls. They're beautiful. I'm going to use those. I use them quite a lot actually. And the double decker as well. Ooh, that's nice. Put that back in there so I can keep track of them. Blue fern. Did a little bit more on my blue fern crochet scarf today. This morning. But I am now, this is the 3rd day behind I am. Okay, so we're going into pinks, but that's a really nice berry pink. Oh, buy them. Let me show you the last 3 days whilst I've gone. I don't think did I show you them yesterday? I don't think I did. So we've got 9, 10, oops, hair on it again. I shed so much hair, it's unbelievable. 9, 10 and 11. They're beautiful, actually. I'm not the biggest fan of pink. I think I've said once or twice on this channel, but that's a beautiful pink. Let's do the work knit. So this is day 6 of the work knits Advent. Colour Taxi, iconic. Yeah, it is. That's beautiful. That's a bit of a departure from the rest. So that is stunning. And that's a really, really saturated, bold yellow as well. That's really nice. And then last but not least, Light the Lamp, Not the Rat. Oh, that's really sweet. That's a very similar colour actually. It's more, there's more tonal to it, more variegation. There's oranges, there's yellows, and then we've got some rat colours in there as well. That's really cool. That's really cool. So I'm going to be working today on my Amelia cardigan. I need to see where I'm at, see what the next steps are and what I need to do. I want to work on Advent projects, but I'm so close to the finish line now for this. All I've got to do is the button bands and the collar and then piece everything together. And then that's it. So I'm going to crack on with this and I'm really going to push to finish this. Hopefully, like I said a couple of times, I'm really hoping that by the end of the week I can have this done. We've not got much planned today. It's going to be another bit of a boring day. I'm really sorry. I feel like this week has been a bit, I do the dog walk, I work, I knit, I go to bed. It's what I do most days. So it's not super interesting Vlogmas. I do have, I've got a Costa voucher and I was thinking maybe at some point we'd go to a coffee shop and we do some work. I don't like hugely working from a coffee shop. I don't like, a lot of my work involves making calls and I don't like doing that around other people. It just feels really unfair. If you've gone to enjoy a coffee and peace, the last thing you need is a recruiter chatting on the phone to somebody. So I don't like doing it massively, but if I've got a lot of admin to do, there is a Costa not too far away that we could go to and we could have a nice coffee and enjoy, so we might do that. I also do at some point want to do some present wrapping. I might try and do some of that today. Yeah, let's crack on. I've got a bit more work to do, some emails to answer. You might have heard a Teams message coming through there, so I need to deal with that. Excuse me, and then we'll get the Amelia cardigan out. I'm also at some point going to be working on my winter socks. My other half said last night, I hope I get socks from you for Christmas. I'd be really disappointed if I don't. And he's only kidding, saying that he'll be disappointed if he doesn't, but I do know he'll love socks. So I'd like to get the Amelia done and the Vinter second sock cast on today, so maybe I'll do that later. Once I've got that Vinter second sock cast on, particularly for the cuff, it's fairly mindless, and then once I've done the colour work, it's again fairly mindless while I do the heel and stuff like that. So it would be good for me to knitting and things like that. So me and my croaky voice, which is getting worse by the moment, are going to go and do some work, and you'll see me knitting in a little bit. I left the room for 2 minutes. He cannot resist a warm seat. You're going to have to move from there in a minute, mate. Okay, it is 12:30 The not having slept very well is starting to hit me. I'm really sleepy. I've had 2 cups of coffee. You'll have seen me have my second one today, which is quite unusual for me actually. I have been working away on this button band. It's quite hard to show, but I'm probably about halfway down the first button band. I can probably show this a bit better. Hang on. About there. What's that? Yeah, more than halfway actually. Probably about 2/3 of the way up to the where you do the shaping for your front. So this is going to go here essentially. I've got about much left to do. It's really quite quick because it is only 9 stitches that you're knitting over, but it is also a little bit boring because it's only 9 stitches that you're knitting over on. And I blocked the panels that I'm not working on, so not the fronts, the 2 sleeves and the back. I blocked both of those, all of those, to just let them lay flat. And this yarn's blocked lovely. I fully expected it to because it's 100% wool. But yeah, all that to say, I'm going to have a bit of a break from work and probably from knitting for a little bit. I am going to make some lunch. Yeah, I'm going to make some lunch and I'm going to try and wake up a little bit. I've had some washing on, that'll be about done, so I'll put that out to dry. Proper boring stuff, but it might just, you know, invigorate me a little bit again. Have a break from staring at the computer, and yeah, we'll do some work. What I want to do is try and get this front done, and then maybe once I've done the first front. You all right there? I've got a dog right next to me who's unhappy because I'm moving and it's disturbing him. How dare I? Yeah, once I've got this first front done, I would quite like to have a bit of a break from working on this and work on my Corner Craft Advent project. I balled up 3 skeins last night. We stop. I'm very sorry that my existence is annoying you. Look at this. Oh, I'll turn you a bit. You okay there? This is why he's annoyed, because my blanket is touching his ear. And how could I? Yeah, what was I saying? I balled up. I'd done day 1, 2 and 3, and that's as far as I got on the Corner Craft Advent. So yesterday I balled up. I wound up 4, 5 and 6, and I've got them ready to put onto the project. And I've also got the project onto better needles because it was on those horrible ones, which actually are what I'm using for this, but they're working all right for this because it's just 9 stitches back and forth. It's fine. So yeah, I'd like to add maybe one of those in after I've eaten some lunch, and then we'll carry on with work. I'm just tired. I'm just tired today. Everybody is, clearly, because he's fallen fast asleep. So we'll go get some food. We'll have a bit of a cuddle first, I think, and then I'll be back in a little bit. He's absolutely fast off. Hello, we're out and about. I thought I'd just do a really quick clip. We've nipped to the supermarket and my husband has gone in to pick up a couple of bits because I couldn't face it today because I'm really tired. We've done absolutely nothing that I said we were going to do. We haven't gone to the we haven't gone to the cafe. We haven't gone and done any Christmas wrapping. We've done nothing. I'm sorry, it's been another boring day. I have, however, got some plans for tomorrow. What I want to do is I'm putting together a Christmas, I think we say Christmas Eve box for one of my friends. We're doing a swap. I'm not going to show anything I get on here because she does watch, but we're going to go tomorrow to a weird little shop called Boys. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Some of you will, some of you won't. Even in the UK, I think some of you won't have heard of it. Boys is like it's a very northern thing, and I think it comes down into the Midlands, but I don't think there's many in the south. I think there's maybe 2 in the south. It's a real random shop. It's one of them kind of shops of if you don't know where to get it, you go to Boys. So it stocks everything from, you can get sweets in there, but you don't get proper food, you just get sweets. You can get medicines, you can get some perfumes. All of this is budget as well, I should mention. You're probably not going to get big brands that you know. You can get perfumes, you can get medicines, you can get deodorants and cleaning products and hygiene products and things like that. You can get crockery, cutlery, kitchenware, fishing tackle, paint, stuff for your car like engine oil and stuff like that. They used to stock, I think they still do, a small selection of Warhammer miniatures and paints. they stock all sorts. It's really random. I'll show you some of it tomorrow. But yeah, all of this is budget, and it's all a bit of like sometimes it's a bit of a jumble sale kind of. They're stocked up right on the top of the shelves and everything. But they do always have a fairly decent craft section. They have fabrics, they have haberdashery, they have like buttons and things like that, and they do usually have some yarn. The one that's closest to me, I went in not long since, and they've made the wool section a bit smaller. And they didn't have quite a lot of the stuff I was looking for, so we might try a different one that's a little bit further away, because there are some things. I think I went in last time for Starcraft Naturals and they didn't have any, but we will yeah, we'll either go to that one or we'll go to one a bit further afield. I'll show you the one that is boys if you don't know what it is. It's a bit weird, but we're going to pick out some little things for her, maybe some wool for me. But when I did my Advent swap, I went in there to get I got like a Christmassy mug and a candle and some stuff like that, and then we're also going to nip to the supermarket to get a card and probably some treats to put in there as well. So we'll go do that tomorrow, and that'll be a bit more fun. Tonight we just need to walk the dogs. Sneeze. Excuse me. I echoed around the car, that was mad. Tonight we just need to walk the dogs. It's already getting dark. I don't know if you can tell, it looks lighter on my camera than it actually is in real life. All the street lights are on and stuff, and you can see car lights are on. Walk the dogs, make some tea, and I think I might be coming down with a cold or something. I'm definitely tired, but that could partly be just because I've not slept properly for the last 3 nights, but my throat is quite sore, so we're going to take it easy tonight. I'm probably not going to come back on and film much more, but aim for tonight is to try and finish those button bands on my Amelia. I haven't finished the first one. But I think I might be able to get the second one done as well tonight, maybe, depending on how complicated it is to do the buttonholes and to work out where the buttonholes need to be. So we'll see. I'll probably do a bit of a check-in at the end of the night or tomorrow morning, depending on how I'm feeling. And then yeah, some point tomorrow we'll go and do a little bit of gift shopping, I guess, little sort of additional gift shopping, and that should be quite fun. So just to give some proof that it isn't always lovely, sunny, peaceful, serene dog walks, today is a bit shit. It's a bit shit. I'll start it off by saying I'm feeling much better because I had a decent night's sleep. So this is just making me laugh, not like getting to me like it might have done on another day. The weather is awful. It's misty, it's drizzling, it's cold. There is absolutely no visibility. I'm going to take some footage in a minute of the bit where I normally show you the view that you can see in the trees behind me. There's no visibility. I've stepped in dog poo, which is lovely. Always a nice way to start the morning. And Pepper is apparently so excited that he is pulling like a freight train, and he has nearly pulled me off my feet twice already this morning, which you wouldn't believe for somebody my size and such a small dog. But pound for pound, he put some serious... speaking of which, he put some serious torque on this. In those paws, he gets his power down and he really pulls. And if he catches you off balance, which is what he did this morning, he nearly took me off my feet. So it's a good day. Good dog. Pepper? Doesn't feel like I'm in a horror film at all. mistake. Morning. Oh, I was so close to finishing this Amelia. I thought I was going to get this finished today, and I've made a mistake. I've somehow miscalculated where I need to put my buttonholes. I'm not sure how I've done it, but I've made a mistake. Let me twiddle and show you. So this is the right front. I finished the left front. Excuse all the ends everywhere because there are ends everywhere. You already put in a buttonhole down the bottom when you do this bit of ribbon, and then you're gonna put another buttonhole up here in the neckline, and then you should have 5. So you should have 7 buttonholes in total. So 1, 2, and then 5 in between. I was about to do the 4th, and then I realised, hang on, I've been doing them about 4 inches apart. Let me see if I can do this a bit better. I've been doing them about 4 inches apart because that's what my measurements told me I needed to. I've somehow done this wrong because that takes me to my last buttonhole being up here. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How have I done it? And how I what? I don't understand how I've done that wrong. But that means I need to rip all the way back down here. This is all of last night's work. It doesn't take me long. It is 9 stitches. Sorry, you're in my shadow, aren't you? It's like 9 stitches across, so it doesn't take me long, but I'm really annoyed that I thought I was so close to getting this done today. I thought there was honestly a chance I'd get this done today, and now I don't know if there is, because I need to redo all of this. And I need to redo the maths because I thought I had the maths right. Okay, so with a bit of work, I've got it back to, I've completed 2 buttonholes. 1, 2, 3. I had about ½ an inch too much on each of my buttonholes. I know what I've done. I've worked it out. It's all sorted. It is about 11:45. We're going to go on lunch. I'm a little bit early for lunch, but I've got other meetings to do this afternoon. So we're going to go on lunch. We're going to go to Boys, like I mentioned. We're going to go to the supermarket. I want to have a look at the yarn that they've got. I want to pick up some little bits to go in the package for my friend. And then, all being well, I should be able to get that out tomorrow. I need to go to the post office anyway to post back my 3rd vault sample. The cowl is done. So let's go and do a little bit of yarn shopping. Also, I was just going to add, I was going to take you to, there is a local-ish yarn shop in one of the towns near me, and it's a proper yarn shop. It's not a chain that also stocks yarn. Let's turn you that way so you can't see the pile of crap and Christmas presents. Yeah, it's a proper yarn shop. It's a little bit far for me to be able to get during work hours, and I thought, well, I could go when I maybe go pick my other apple from work, and on the way I could go do that. Why do they always have such rubbish opening hours? It's open like 9 AM till 3 PM every day, and I don't think she's open on weekends, and I just like, come on. And actually some days she's open 9 till 1. She closes early. I get it. I do get it. It's a small business, but you're ruling out a lot of people when you do stuff like that. My other half jokes that yarn shops are open for 10 minutes a week. Sorry, 1 day a week, 10 minutes on a Tuesday. And actually, sometimes it feels like it's not that far off. It's really hard. And this isn't specific to the UK, because I've seen this in other countries as well when we've gone. And it's like, oh, it's a weekend, it's a Sunday, they'll definitely be open. Nope, no they won't. They're shut on Sundays, or they're shut on Saturdays, or they're only open midweek for a couple of days. And it's like, for anybody who works, that's really hard to get to. I would love to support local. I'd love to go in there, but I can't get there and back on my break. It's a good 40-minute round trip, and that's not including time to be able to actually look. And I can't get there inside of those hours, sorry, because I'm working. So I can't, unfortunately. I might see if she's open on the weekends, and maybe we could pop by on Saturday. We'll see. Okay, so I had gone to this one because it's a bigger store, and I'd expected that there would be more choice and more things to get and more yarn selection. There's actually a smaller yarn selection than there is at the other ones, so we're going to go somewhere else. I've got to get out of here now. It's a very busy car park. So next you'll probably see some more shots of a slightly different shop, and then we'll get some stuff. Okay, we're back. I need a light on. It's dingy in here. That's a bit better. I thought I'd show you what I got. I'm not going to show all of it because the person that I'm sending this to does watch the videos, but I thought I'd show you. I got a couple of bits for myself. So we got some dog treats. These are going to be a Christmas present for our dogs. They go mad for these two. Chicken and sweet potato and broccoli, and the chicken with apple and cranberry sticks. They go mad for these, so they're going to be Christmas present for the dogs. Yes, we do that. We are what is called dinks, dual income no kids. The equivalent of kids is the dogs ones down here for us, so that's where the money goes. And I picked up some yarn. So I used to use this all the time when I first started knitting and crocheting. I originally did what everybody does, and I made a, sorry, I need to get this out of the way so it doesn't break. I made a big garter stitch knitted scarf, and then I didn't, and then actually I went into crochet, and I used to crochet a lot with these yarns that I'm going to show you. And I had an Etsy store, and I sold stuff on Etsy. I sold hats, headbands, slipper socks, things like that, accessories, and it was fairly successful. I did it when I was furloughed as a way to bring in a little bit more money. And I think I had about 50 sales when I closed the shop down. I'd had a couple of custom orders. I did really enjoy doing it. It was just a bit much at the end. My other half likened it to coming down and seeing me like working in a sweatshop. I was just frantically, I had too many. They were all made to order. But I used to use this yarn loads, and I thought I would try it for nostalgia's sake. So this is James Seabrett Marble Chunky. Now I used to use this loads to make all of them because it is colour changing, as you can see. They don't have colour names on them. This is just MC8. I've got one of each colour that they had, basically. The price of this has gone up massively. This was like £5 when I used to get it, £5 for a 200 gram bowl. Now £7.45 for a 200 gram bowl, which is still not too bad because for hello, what are you doing? Get out, thank you. For 200 gram balls, you get 341 yards, 312 meters. So it's still not bad for chunky weight, but yeah, it's more expensive than it was before. So I've got this one, which is all blues, pinks, purples, beautiful. This one, which is greens, as you can see, greens, blues. This used to be really popular. I used to sell loads of these. There was a red as well, and like a dual toned one that they didn't have that used to be really popular. I grabbed one of these. I used to use these a lot as well. Browns, yellows, reds, orange colours. And then this one they had that I never used to use, but I thought would be nice to try. Where have you gone? Get out. Which is this one, which is all sort of pinks, greys, blues, purples, but much more cool toned than, or lighter and cool toned than this one, which is, wait, what is it? And I thought I would maybe try and hold it with this. So I know what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to make a blanket. I am going to make granny squares out of these. I'm going to use a big hook, make it as loose as I can, and then I'll maybe something like the Yorkshire blanket. Maybe I'll make a really heavyweight Yorkshire blanket, and make them out of multiple colours, or maybe solid grannies, and just join them all together at the end in a lovely blanket. And I thought this is Aran weight, this is thinner, but I thought I could maybe use this to join. This I got from a D-stash on Etsy, Instagram, something like that. It was really cheap. It was like £1 a ball and free postage, and I think it's normally £2 something. This is Aran weight, so it might be that this is a bit too light, but I seem to remember that I used to crochet this with like you can pull it and it goes a bit thinner, and I'm sure I used to crochet with a 5mm hook all the time, and then that you could also very easily use this with a 5mm hook. It does recommend a 6mm, but this recommends a 5, and I think I might be able to get away with that. But if not, I've got a sweater's quantity of this in stash. It was 7 balls, and one ball is just under 200 meters, so I've got about 1,200, 1,300 meters of this. So I've definitely got enough to join if I want, or I've got enough to do something else with. So they are sort of, for old time's sake, a bit of nostalgia and a bit of fun, but I'm very excited to be working with these again. They do a marble DK. They didn't have it in stock there. I've never tried the DK. I always used to use the chunky. I just love the colours and the colour changes, and I don't remember ever having a problem with things like factory knots in it. I used to say it's quite a cheap yarn. It's quite impressive. So yeah, pleased with a little bit of nostalgia there for these. So yeah, now I'm back, and I'm back logged on to work. Had some problems. I left a bit late because I've had some problems with IT today. I've had something that feels a bit like a malware attack, and apparently there's a few of us that are under that at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. But I've had to shut my emails down basically because that was going crazy. So I've got some work to do in 20 minutes. I've got a call, and then I think I've got another call a bit after that. Let me have a look. Yeah, then I've got another call at 3. Yeah, so and these aren't going to be yet. I need to finish some of the stuff first. These aren't going to be yet much as I'd like them to be yet. So we'll at some point probably do a bit of a test and crochet up a square with these, but not yet. I could do this with like a 7mm hook, couldn't I, and make them really big and make a really nice big blanket out of it. We'll see. But I'm very excited to have them back in stash again and to be trying and playing with them. So let's go do some work and a bit more knitting. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Good morning. I've got a cold. It is Friday the 13th of December. I didn't check in at all yesterday after we'd been to Boys, did I? Didn't check in at all. I had a really weird afternoon at work. I don't know if I mentioned on the last update that I was having some sort of weird stuff with my computer. What that turned out to be was a few of us under like a proper full-on cyber attack, which escalated into somebody trying to call me and pretend to be my IT department and try and scam the business that way. So they haven't got through anything, just in case, you know, anybody was tempted. They haven't got through anything. My company is very well locked down. We have a great IT and security team, so we've been good. But it was quite stressful and a little bit, not frightening, that's not the right word, but yeah, a bit strange. So once work had finished, I then just sat and worked on my Amelia cardigan, and I properly focused on it, and I completely forgot that it might be beneficial to actually film some stuff for you guys. So when I was talking to you yesterday, in fact, before we crack on with it, let me show you the advents that I got. So these are today's advents. This is the blue fern one, which is really beautiful. What else have we got? This is the work knits one, which is called Ice Skating in Central Park. This is not my kind of colour, but it's still beautiful. It's a really icy bluey green. Then we had my advent swap. Was that one the one I showed you yesterday? I put this back in the bag to put them together. I think, yeah, this one was today's. Again, bluey icy green, but I like that because it's got more greens in it. And then the corner craft one, not my favourite today, just because it's just not my colours. There's going to be an element of that with all advents, isn't there? This one is the Love Is Gone, or When Love Is Gone. When Love Is Gone. Sorry, I knocked the tripod there as well. And it's lovely. It's just not my kind of colours. So it's a cream with blues, pinks, yellows. It is nice. It is nice. It is, and it'll look lovely in that shawl. It's just not my normal kind of colours. I showed you yesterday's, didn't I? Yeah. Head is all over the place today. So yeah, I was talking about, I'd spent the evening working on my Amelia cardigan. I had a bit of a impromptu Zoom knit night with one of my friends, so I got a lot of work done on it during that. And I am on track to get this finished today. I'm working on it now. So I'll show you. I have, let me see if I can show you this. It's actually looking, I'm going to have to go back a bit. It's actually looking like a cardigan now. It's actually looking like a garment. So there are some bits, it's going to look a bit weird. There are some bits, there's lots of ends, and there's some bits that need weaving together. But we have, mostly it's joined. So sleeves aren't joined yet, so these are big flappy bits. One side is joined, the other one still needs doing. But we have all of the raglan seams are joined at the top. It's really hard to show you. Oh no, hang on, don't pull stitches off needles. All the raglan seams are joined at the top, so this is the sleeve joined to the back. And the front as well. The fronts look a bit messy because the fronts aren't blocked, but the sleeve and the back are. But that's fine. I'm going to block it all together at the end anyway. So essentially, and I'm working on the neckband. So essentially what I need to do is finish the neckband, which I'm about halfway through, I think. I've got one more pocket front to do still. I haven't done the ribbon on the top of this yet. And then I need to sew up one remaining side because I didn't do it last night. So this one is open and flapping to the wind. And then I've got the two sleeves to seam up. And then I've got these button bands to seam on and the pockets to sew down on the inside. And then this will be blocked and ready to send back. So I'm going to get this done today. I'm going to get this done today. That is a promise. I have a really busy day at work today, which is why I wanted to check in with you now, because I'm not going to get much chance to check in with you again, probably until the evening really, maybe lunch. But I've only got a very short time for lunch as well today because I've got so much on. It's good. It's been a bit of a quiet period at work. So now it feels good to be busy and to be usefully busy, but there's a lot of Teams calls and things like that, so I can't film anything, obviously, for privacy reasons. But I'm not going to be able to work on this while I'm in them. This is just particularly for the neckline, for the neckband that I'm knitting. When I'm going this way, when I'm going that way, I'm good. Because it's 1x1 twisted rib and I can knit that without looking. I can knit through the back loop without looking, but when I come back I have to purl through the back loop, and I'm not so good at doing that without looking. I need to look at my knitting to do that, to be able to check that I'm getting the right loop and I'm not splitting anything. So I can't do that without looking. So I can't do that while I'm on Teams calls, and I certainly can't sew together because I do have to pay attention while I'm doing that. So this will get done today, but it's probably not going to get done during the day. It's probably going to get done tonight. So what I've got during the day to work on, I've got some more of my Prato socks to work on. I did a little bit on this yesterday while I was on a call. I'm still in the decreases. I've still got quite a few decreases to do. You can see better on that side, I think. Yeah, I've still got quite a few decreases to do, and then the foot to knit. So this is, as long as I can keep an eye on the decreases. I find that, again, a bit difficult. Not difficult, but I sort of lose track of the decreases a little bit while I'm working on it. And then the other thing I've got, I did a little bit of work this morning because I woke up a bit early on my West Sands, and I have now finished all 4 colourwork stripes. So now I need to do a few rows of plain stockinette, and then I'll be going into the rib on this. So this will be probably something that will get work on it today, because this will be really good for meetings and stuff. It's so pretty. It's lovely. It's really, really nice. I can't wait to block this. This is the next thing that's going to be like getting focused work after my Amelia's done, because this is due on the 22nd of December. But like I said, we go away on the 21st early in the morning. So really, I want to have this finished and blocked by the 19th so that I can wear it while we're away. And also so I can hand the test knit in. But I love that colour work. Look how good that colour work looks. I brought my... Did I? No, that was stupid. I thought I'd brought my needles upstairs, but I haven't. I might need to jump downstairs between a couple of calls and pick up my needles so I can change to the 3.5s for the body, for the ribbon, once I get to that point. But I'm probably going to do a full... I don't know if I'm going to do a full stockinette stripe. I'm worried that the full stockinette and then going into the ribbon might just might make it look a bit uneven. But I'm going to do half of one and see what I think. But yeah, the body, I'm hoping the body might actually get done on this today as well as the Amelia. So that would be really, really good, wouldn't it? And then tomorrow I'm going out in the morning to meet a friend for a knit and coffee chat kind of thing, which would be really, really nice. I'm not going to film that because she doesn't necessarily, you know, she's not consented to be part of my Vlogmas. So we're not going to do that. But I'm probably going to take, because I don't want to take something super bulky, I'm going to take this with me tomorrow. And I'm going to get quite a lot of work done on that as well. But yeah, the big thing today is going to be this bad boy, and hopefully the next time you see me working on this, it will be very close to being finished. So let's crack on with the day. Okay, so it is just past 12. It's 12 minutes past 12. I have been busy this morning. Last call that was supposed to happen at 12 didn't happen, so that's fine. I've got a little bit more time. I've now got a bit of a lunch break, and because of that I've got a little bit longer. So we're going to wrap some presents. I haven't heard back from Woolly Knit yet. I did email them. I haven't heard back from Woolly Knit yet on where to send it back to. I thought I'd just give you a quick update on where we're at, because I have been knitting on this during calls and on my Amelia in between. So this is how much I've done of my stockinette first, and I did decide, I was knitting around it, and I did decide that when I measured it the other day to check the length and things, I was going to do the full stockinette stripe and then go into the ribbon at the bottom. So I think I've just started row 5. I need to do 10 rows and then go into the ribbon. So halfway through that, should be able to probably get some progress on that today. The Amelia is coming along really well. Oh, big stretch. Oh gosh, okay. The Amelia is coming along really well. I have this much now of the collar. It doesn't look much different than it did a minute ago, but I am ready to add in the next buttonhole. So essentially you do another buttonhole and then it folds down, so it'll be like that, with the buttonhole, another buttonhole on the back, and then I stitch down on the inside. So I need to do another buttonhole and a few more rows of ribbon, and then this will be done and ready to, I don't know if it says, I think it says sew down. I think you bind off and sew down, and I'm going to do that because I'm going to follow the pattern because it's a sample. Then I've got lots of sewing up to do, and then it'll be ready to block. Dead legs, and we've got a very gloomy dog who's annoyed that he wasn't involved in it, but we've done a big chunk of present wrapping. That feels good. Right, time to go back to work. About 9:30. I'm feeling a little bit unwell. I'm not feeling very good, so I've done the pocket border, second pocket border on my Amelia, and I've left it there for the night. I don't fancy doing any sewing, so I've come to get my Breton sweater test, and we'll do some crochet instead. So this will be me for the rest of the night. Good morning and welcome to day 14 of VLOGMAS, Saturday 14th, I think it is. As you can see, it's a beautiful morning. I'm just out with the dogs. It's 7:30 in the morning. Like I think I mentioned yesterday, I'm going out for a knit and coffee date, I guess, friend date. I'm meeting a friend for coffee and knitting. I've got to leave at about 8:45, so I'm up nice and early. I'm walking the dogs because my other half's not feeling great, and then I'll be getting ready to go. It'll be really fun. I'm quite excited. But just what a beautiful day it is. I wanted to show you. So it's been quite crap this week. It's been, look at that. It's been really dingy and drab. And it's going to be a nice drive, hopefully. We're going up north a little bit. Got about an hour to drive. I will take some clips, I'm sure, of the drive. And yeah, we'll have a nice morning. Come on, dogs. Okay. Come on. Okay, so we're about ready to go. Hair is just drying behind me. I thought I'd pop on and show you really quickly the advents I've got because I've got a little bit of time before I go. So this is the blue fern, which is beautiful. I wasn't expecting that. That's stunning. It's a really unusual combination, I think, and I really like that. This is my advent swap, which is another one that's clearly the fade between two of the colours because it's pink and orange. Really like that one. And then, oops, drop that. And then Corner Craft is also gorgeous today. Let's get this up. So this is Come In and Know Me Better Man. Sorry, looking at the name of it. Oh, look. Very much in the green family today. Yesterday we were in blues. All of them except Blue Fern, which was really deep purpley red. The rest are all sort of blues, and this is very much in the greens today. But those two, how gorgeous are those two? Really pleased with those. The swap is lovely as well, but I can't wait to see how that looks in the fade at the end. So yeah, we're about ready. Project is ready downstairs. We're going to get in the car and we're going to go spend some time with a friend.
All right then. Okay. Everybody back to sleep. We'll get it right next time, okay? And silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Hi, good afternoon. It is 10 to 2 on Saturday. I have had a wonderful morning this morning, meeting with a friend, knitting, chatting. We spent most of the morning just chatting. We got some breakfast, we got some coffee, and we just chatted and knit and had a wonderful time. On the way back, I'm going to call and pick my other half up from the train station. He's gone into town being Nottingham, to get a haircut, and I'm going to pick him up from the train station. But I'm also on the way back calling at a little yard shop in Doncaster, just outside of Doncaster. I used to live in Doncaster. This is actually at the Yorkshire Wildlife Park. There is like a little bit called Yorkshire Hive. And it is a little shopping complex, I guess. I've been to this shop before, and I moaned the other day, didn't I, about yarn shops not being open very many hours. This one is open, I think, every day 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. and on Saturdays 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. so much better. We're going to nip in there. I'm going to kill a little bit of time before I need to go pick him up from the train station. I'm going to see what they've got, and I'm also going to have a bit of a browse at coffee shops and things, because I suggested to my friend that this might be a good place to meet in the middle between where she is and where I am. So we'll see what it's like, if it's decent. Let's go. So we had a successful shopping trip. I've got sweaters quantity, oops. Of Starcraft Recreate in the shade Champagne for £22.50, which is really, really good. Sorry, it's bedtime. I just thought I'd do a quick check-in before bed. I've had a wonderful day today. I'm knackered, but I've had a wonderful day today. So I went to see my friend, got a lot of knitting done, did a little bit of knitty shopping, which is very exciting. Found out I've got a test knit that's what the yarn was for. And then I didn't work on my Amelia at all this evening. I worked on my Breton sweater, and you'll have seen how far I got on that. So we watched The Family Man, and during that I think I got 13 rows done. I got from row 7 to row 20, and there was about half an hour in there where I was going to get tea and eating tea. And then when I'd done my work on that, when we started watching Miracle on 34th Street, I started working on my sock. So earlier on today, I was up, oh God, I hadn't finished the decreases. I was up here somewhere. I had a lot of decreases to do. So I finished those in the cafe with my friend. I got to where that stitch marker is, and then I've done all of that since then. So let me flip it around and show you. So since then I've done, it's probably about 3 inches, something like that. And I've actually started my decreases from my toe. I don't know if you can see that. So I very nearly have a completed sock. This will very definitely be done tomorrow. It shouldn't take me much longer to finish the toe. I need to get it on my magic loop needles, but I will do that and I'll finish off the toe and I'll get it to block and it'll be ready to be done and handed in. And that'll be my first Prato sock. I've been really enjoying the Breton. I need to finish the Amelia tomorrow and I need to finish this tomorrow, and then I can work on my Breton and my West Sands, which is what I want to work on. So I'm going to go to bed. I shall see you in the morning and we'll get some more finishing things done. Good morning. Is it morning? Nope. Good afternoon. It is just before 1 o'clock on Sunday the 15th of December. Hello. I've just finished filming a podcast, which I'm going to now edit and should be going up today. It'll be the last podcast before Christmas, because I'm focusing on Vlogmas. But I am just about to put my Amelia into block. I didn't sleep very well last night. I woke up at about 3:30, couldn't go back to sleep. So I came downstairs, ended up doing a bit of 4 AM sewing things together, as you do. And then I finished most of it this morning. I did get a little bit more sleep. Got a couple of extra hours, and then we got up at sort of quite late, actually, about 8 o'clock. Walked the dogs back by about 10. Every time I catch the camera. And then, yeah, I've just filmed a podcast. Finished my Amelia this morning. Filmed a podcast, putting the Amelia into block. I need to sew up, like, the pockets. I need to sew the pockets on the inside. I need to weave the ends in, but I'm going to block it first before I do both of those things. Everything else is done. So that's going into block. And then we're gonna edit the podcast, and then I'm gonna watch some Netflix, finish off my Prato socks, which are very nearly done after yesterday, and then work on my West Sands. So that's going to be the day today. I'll show you my advents in a bit. I did open them this morning. They do look lovely. I just didn't film it, so we'll get that done, and I will show you those as well. But let's go and crack on with the afternoon. So it is 3:20. We have a blocking Amelia, we have a finished and blocking Prato sock, and we have finally cast on my second winter sock. I've got a week to get this second sock done and blocked and ends woven in on both of them and get them wrapped so they can take them with us and we can go on holiday and they can be opened on Christmas Day. So wish me luck. This is going to be what I'm working on for the afternoon whilst my other half's upstairs. When he comes down, I'm going to work on the West Sands because obviously this is a Christmas present for him. So I can't work on that. But the podcast is up. Giveaway winner has already contacted me, which is fab. I think we're going to go and walk the dog shortly. It looks horrible out there. It looks like it's blowing a gale and it might actually be raining. Don't you just love the UK?